Hi Aries, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and get some energy for your reading. Aries, messages for Aries, Aries energy, Aries people, Aries placements. Could be moving towards something that you're passionate about or looking to start. This could be a home change. Maybe you're balancing the light and dark things within you, moving out of some kind of anxiety from the past, establishing more balance in your life. You could be considering traveling at this time as well. Most important advice for Aries, people watching Aries energy, thank you. We have Center Clause. Okay, very interesting. I think this is the Hierophant. Well, let's go ahead and read what Center Clause has to teach us. You can see there's a doe, there's a bunny rabbit, and there's a fox there, the color red, like Aries energy there. We also have a squirrel and a bird and a raccoon. Very interesting. They're all very much paying attention. So maybe that's important here. Center class, beliefs, learning, and wisdom. So this is the Hierophant. Okay, this is about taking better self-mastery in your life, especially towards what you move towards, or your family life, or where you live, balancing both the light and the dark, transmuting things, right? The memory of the Holly King is held in continuation for seasonal symbols here in the guise of Sinterklaas. The spirit of St. Nicholas can be seen within the figure of Sinterklaas, with his feast day being December 6th. So there could be a change in maybe how you think about give and take dynamics, your work, your daily routine, your health habits. How much of a priority do you have in that? How much of it brings you joy? Many North European countries exchange gifts on the eve of his feast day, while St. Nicholas is reputed to have been a real-life bishop and the patron saint of children. The figure itself is steeped in mysteries of the season. Sinterklaas is one of the many sources that has inspired the figure of Santa Claus. So there could be something about karma or Saturnian elements here, older people here, right? Saturn rules older people, time, karma, lessons. He is the persona that emanates sagacity, wisdom, justice, and righteousness wrapped about with ribbons of mystery. He is the embodiment of the spiritual significance of the season and the ever-evolving expressions of midwinter rituals. Many writers and historians have been tempted to consider Santa Claus to be a remnant of pre-Christian cultures, owing mostly to non-ecclesiastical attributes commonly associated with him. To the child, he is the embodiment of wisdom and learning, teaching and tradition, and the figure of Sinterklaas and the children perceives the magic of continuation held in ever-evolving conditions or traditions. So maybe there's a level of understanding or changing how you feel or how you operate regarding authority or authority figures in your life. Sinterklaas represents the hook upon which many winter traditions have hung their coats and contributed to the mystery that he represents. So there could be something about maybe changing your mind to change your beliefs. The Hierophant rules beliefs. It rules, right, like the Pope energy right here. So this is the grander scheme of things, you know. Gemini is associated with earlier education, but Sagittarius is associated with higher education. Also, in the past, religions and churches were the only people who had books and higher philosophical teachings and knowledge and wisdom, right? So that could be part of this, changing your mindset, changing your beliefs, so that you can actually move into one that has greater self-esteem, greater self-love, greater love in general in your life, so that you can attract all you desire with kindness in your heart. Let's see. Finding this card in a reading implies the subtle yet powerful forces are at play in attempting to teach you valuable lessons. This is a card that is striving to guide you into making wise decisions and taking all factors into account. Don't rely on knowledge alone, for Sinterklaas tells us knowledge itself does not always lead to wisdom. Align virtues with the situation and reassess it using wisdom. Trust your own sagacity to guide you, or sagacity, I don't know, to guide your ideals so that they move in line with your virtues. Sinterklaas as a teacher. The card may imply this situation is there to teach you something of value. This could be regarding where you live or how you operate in an emotional sense. How do you mother or nurture yourself or others? So let's see. Aries, messages for Aries. Meditate and contemplate. You could be maybe coming to a culmination regarding subconscious factors, or maybe denials, or something that was kind of not clear. Maybe you need to lean more on intuition at this time. What do they want you to do? They want you to see clearly, especially regarding how you communicate in your social connections and situations. Are you operating from a sense of dark or light? You could have been operating in more of a sense of dark in the past. Maybe there's a need to kind of balance those elements of yourself. Again, Knight of Wands energy constantly here, so there could have been a real impulsiveness in how you moved or made changes in your family life or your emotional life, and this could have kind of rocked the boat is the vibe I'm getting. I'm feeling like the Chariot can mean you like to drive, or somebody here likes to drive quite quickly, maybe leave things behind. Maybe they want to move somewhere quite quickly. They could be getting messages in their dreams regarding social connections, their partnerships, how they relate to other people in their life in general. What is their mindset? Air sign represents, how we communicate with others. Is it operating from a sense of, control, or can we move towards our north node, which is good karma, cosmic purpose, as we move beyond the past, as we move beyond a sense of lack in our emotions or otherwise. So there could be a kind of mindset change around these things. Messages for Aries. Wow, okay. Karmic relationships. So there could be a healing. These could be relationships. Maybe you're reflecting upon people in your life that have kind of come to you beyond lifetime after lifetime to teach you something. Karmic relationships, karma in general just means consequences of action. So you might be reflecting upon this in relationships in general, trying to get what you can learn from them. But let's see. Karmic. 84. Okay, this is definitely something to do with maybe there was some kind of trauma in your home life growing up or with your mother, and this could have impacted your own family or where you live or how you process where you live in general. Maybe you've picked up on emotional manipulative tendencies. Maybe you have like a moon Pluto conjunction or something like that. Yeah, this could be impacting your self-esteem. There could be a need to come into more power in regards to your emotions as well, kind of shine a light on the darker areas of ourselves so that we can come into our strength and power. The constellation of Orion is thought to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe the many starseeds who were once part of the cosmic history incarnate on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. So everything in the universe, for it to manifest, has to unite both the dark and the light, right? However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind to see things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive second-guessing mode instead of gathering courage to open our heart, we should admit that we have reacted because of our own woundings, and then we find mutual ground. We're all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. Yet that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to retract and take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer in the conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? So maybe there's a need to kind of lean into intuitive abilities with the hangman energy there type vibes. This is Pisces, it's the sign that comes right before Aries. Aries is the first sign in the zodiac, but it's also the baby of the zodiac. And Pisces is when you're literally passing on into another realm before you reincarnate, right? So how can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see similarities rather than differences? Which relationships do you find most challenging? How can you see things from a different perspective? How are you being called to allow growth through the conflict? Interesting, very interesting. This could be changing how you communicate in general with people, especially how you relate to your own sense of identity and the way you communicate with other people. But very interesting energy. I hope you like this reading. Please hit like, comment, share, subscribe. If you want a personal reading, you can message me on Telegram. Thank you. Take care.